Welcome back to another episode of Fueling Growth Marketing for Auto Repair Shops. I'm Zane Taylor, and I'm really excited to dive into today's episode. We've got a fantastic topic lined up that touches on the heart of every successful marketing strategy, something that can truly set your auto repair shop apart: storytelling. Joining me today is Brian Baines, a seasoned expert who knows a thing or two about crafting compelling narratives that resonate deeply with customers. Brian, welcome to the podcast. Before we begin, I want to emphasize just how crucial storytelling is, especially in an industry like auto repair where trust and authenticity play such pivotal roles.
Thank you, Zane. It's great to be here. Storytelling really is an art, isn't it? In the context of auto repair shops, it can be a game changer. When I think about storytelling in marketing, I'm reminded of how it can transform a business from being just another option to the only option for many customers. Everyone loves a good story, one that resonates on an emotional level and sticks with you long after it's told. For auto repair shops, the narrative structure gives us a way to connect with our customers beyond the typical transactional relationship. It allows us to showcase not just what we do, but who we are and why we do it.
Absolutely, Brian. And it's that deeper connection that often leads to increased customer loyalty and satisfaction. When a customer perceives an auto repair shop as just a place where their car gets fixed, the relationship remains transactional. But when you tell your story and allow your customers to see the passion and commitment behind the service, you're building a bridge between the business and the customer, a bridge that's difficult for competitors to dismantle. Let's delve deeper into the essential elements of storytelling. We know effective stories typically have characters, a plot, and often a conflict. How do these elements play into an auto repair shop's marketing strategy?
Great question, Zane. Think of your shop as the main character in your narrative. Your team members, the community you serve, and even your satisfied customers become supporting characters. Together, you create a cast of characters that your audience can relate to and root for. As for the plot, it's the progression of events that led your shop to where it is today. The challenges you've overcome, the successes you've celebrated. Every business has a beginning, a middle, and possibilities for the future, which together form the narrative arc. Conflict, especially in the context of customer experiences, can be really powerful. It's about the challenges your customers face with their vehicles and how your shop steps in as the hero, solving problems, alleviating worries, and delivering exceptional service. That's where the emotional connection comes into play, where customers see you as their trusted partner in moments of need.
That's such a dynamic way to approach it. When you put it like that, it seems natural to weave your shop's story into your marketing efforts. It's remarkable how often auto repair shops encounter real-life stories that showcase their expertise and reliability. These stories not only depict your team's technical knowledge, but also convey a sense of empathy and understanding, which is vital in creating emotional bonds with customers. But what about authenticity in storytelling? How important is it? And how can shop owners ensure their stories remain genuine rather than feeling contrived?
Authenticity is key, Zane. Audiences today are quite adept at detecting insincerity. The moment your story feels disingenuous, you risk losing trust, which is counterproductive to building customer loyalty. Authentic storytelling means being transparent about both your achievements and your struggles, and not shying away from showing vulnerability when appropriate. It's about presenting a true glimpse of your shop's culture and values. One practical tip I always give is to incorporate real testimonials and stories from customers. There's nothing more authentic than feedback and experiences shared directly by the people you serve. This not only adds credibility to your narrative, but also helps potential customers relate to others who have walked in similar shoes.
Yes, incorporating real testimonials is such a powerful tactic. It reminds me of the concept of social proof, where people are more inclined to trust a service when they see others speaking positively about it. And speaking of using real stories, integrating these narratives into online platforms like social media and your website can significantly enhance your reach. It's not just about telling stories in person or through word of mouth anymore, right? Having a strong online presence to tell your story is becoming more crucial than ever, especially as consumers increasingly turn to digital platforms when making decisions.
Exactly, Zane. The digital landscape offers auto repair shops ample opportunities to share their stories. On social media, for instance, You can engage with customers through posts that highlight daily shop activities, spotlight exceptional staff, or celebrate community events you're involved in. Websites become your storytelling hub, where longer narratives can unfold. Adding blog entries about interesting jobs, challenges resolved, or even behind-the-scenes stories about your team can keep your website dynamic and engaging. Video content is also particularly effective, be it short clips of customer interviews or visual stories about the repair process. The key is consistency and ensuring that the narratives align with your core values and mission.
That's a brilliant approach, especially in engaging with diverse audiences. Online engagement fosters a two-way communication channel that invites customers not only to understand your story, but to interact with it. This ongoing interaction can further enhance customer retention. It's interesting to note how storytelling isn't just a customer acquisition tool, it's just as influential in deepening existing customer relationships. When customers feel connected to your narrative, they're more likely to remain loyal and even become advocates for your brand. What strategies would you recommend for auto repair shops to harness storytelling specifically for customer retention?
You're right on point, Zane. For retention, storytelling can reinforce the sense of belonging and trust that's at the heart of any strong customer relationship. One strategy is to regularly update your audience on the chapters of your shop's journey. Include them in growth stories, new service expansions, or professional development among your staff. Personalized follow-ups can also play a crucial role. For example, a simple message post-repair recounting the story of their service visit, what was found, how it was resolved, and what's planned next, keeps the customer informed and appreciated. Another strategy is to spotlight long-term customers in your stories, which not only makes them feel valued but also demonstrates the enduring relationships you've cultivated. Hosting appreciation events or community outreach projects with storytelling as a central theme could also be incredibly impactful.
That's a comprehensive view of leveraging storytelling for retention. I particularly like the idea of making customers feel like main characters in your ongoing narrative. Giving them a sense of ownership and involvement in your story does wonders for loyalty. Now, let's talk about real-life examples. Are there any specific auto repair businesses that have successfully used storytelling to their advantage, creating resonant experiences for their clients?
Definitely, there are several. Take, for instance, a small family-owned shop in our network that's been around for over half a century. They've woven their rich history into a narrative about trust passed down through generations. The shop shares stories about family traditions and the personal touch that has been maintained across years. Another example is a shop that actively involves itself in local charities and has made these community stories a part of their brand. By highlighting these efforts, they've managed to portray themselves as more than just a business. They're seen as community pillars, garnering immense goodwill and a loyal customer base. These narratives give customers a reason to choose them beyond just the service they offer. They buy into a community story.
Those examples powerfully illustrate the efficacy of storytelling in creating meaningful ties between a brand and its community. It's clear how these companies have not only mastered the art of storytelling, but also how they've made it an integral part of their brand identity. For listeners eager to replicate these successes, what actionable steps would you suggest for beginning to craft and share their own compelling narratives?
Great question, Zane. A good starting point is to identify the core aspects of your business that differentiates it from others. Ask yourself, what makes your shop unique? What are the values you stand by? Next, engage your team in the storytelling workshops to uncover the heartwarming or unique stories that are worth sharing. Remember that great stories often lie in everyday interactions and conversations. Then outline these stories to include the key elements: a relatable character, maybe it's your team, maybe it's a customer, the conflict or challenge, and the resolution. Finally, choose the right platforms and formats that align with your audience's preferences. It might be through blog posts, videos, social media updates, or community newsletters. Start sharing these stories consistently and always encourage feedback and engagement to ensure your narrative resonates well with your audience. Consistency combined with authenticity will build anticipation and trust over time.
Those are incredibly valuable steps. Highlighting unique aspects and engaging the team in storytelling workshops can undoubtedly uncover hidden gems that will resonate with customers. Moreover, choosing the right medium helps in amplifying these stories to the correct audience. Before we wrap up, Would you like to leave our listeners with any final thoughts on the value of storytelling in their marketing efforts?
I'd say embrace storytelling as an ongoing journey rather than a one-off task. It is about weaving together the day-to-day moments with the larger narrative arcs that define your brand over time. A compelling story can humanize your business, create lasting emotional connections, and set the foundation for trust and loyalty. Even as trends and technology evolve, the power of a good story remains constant. And so, as auto repair shop owners, understanding, crafting, and sharing your story effectively can propel you towards meaningful growth and deeper customer relationships.
Thank you for those insightful reflections. Storytelling indeed stands as an essential skill in today's marketing landscape. And for all our listeners, it's been a pleasure exploring the art of storytelling with you today. Don't forget to start putting these narrative strategies into practice and witness the impact on your business. You've been listening to Fueling Growth, Marketing for Auto Repair Shops, where we keep it real, keep it useful, and occasionally keep it a little humorous. This episode was brought to you by AutoRepairInsider.com, your no BS pit stop for articles that actually help your shop. Whether you're trying to get more cars in the bays, wrangle a tech shortage, or just survive another Monday, we've got the advice you need. Written by folks who know the difference between a Torx wrench and a spreadsheet. Check it out at AutoRepairInsider.com. And hey, if your service writer starts quoting it, just nod and take the credit. We hope you found today's insights beneficial, and we look forward to having you join us again for the next episode of Fueling Growth. Until then, take care and happy storytelling.